All right, ready in 3, 2.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that little quacker thing. What? What do you call those? Clappers.
We should. What is that called?
It's a clapper. It's a clapper. And so, in case you guys are ever on a game show, when they say, "What's the little thing that they do in front?" You can say, You can buzz in, and you can be on Jeopardy, and you too can win that point because you know it's a clapper.
What is a clapper, Gene?
A clapper is the thing
that's how they answered.
Oh, what is a clapper? Oh, forgot. Sorry. Well, look, I'm not really good at Jeopardy. I'm not really good at Jeopardy. I watch Jeopardy. No clapper. Okay. No clapper. What we're going to do is we're going to sell some product here first. So this is somebody coming in?
No, it's just Kenneth.
Oh, Kenneth. No, that's my business partner. He thinks I'm ridiculous. Anyway, so this is hide and seek storage. So please come in. Okay. Hide and seek. We're going to hide and we're going to seek storage, self-storage. So please come. It's on Russell Road in Edinburgh, McAllen, Texas.
Hide your stuff from your husband and hide it here. All those good stuff that
yeah. Yes, that you buy at Amazon. You could have a whole another closet right here. Okay.
We won't tell me.
I'm going to get back to my dad because last time it was me, thinking that I wanted to be a stripper and, with the take it off.
Age of 5.
Yeah, at the age of 5. And, well, you have to have goals. You have to have goals. But thank God that God saved me from myself because I didn't have the long legs or the big boobs to become a stripper. They would have gone next, and the big gong would come out. Maybe I could do geriatric stripping now. Who knows? Is there even such a thing? We can start it. We will start geriatric burlesque. That's what we're going to do. Geriatric.
I'm pretty sure there's a following for that.
Yeah. It's not here. That's on my other. That's somewhere else on the. That's European or somewhere, but not here. What?
It could be somewhere hidden in the Groves.
That's it. Oh, we do have another studio in the Groves. No, I'm just kidding. You people are going to drive by and start looking for that studio. Anyway.
Nudist.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that either. Okay, here we go. Okay, my dad, he had a problem with Saturday night and Sunday behavior also. My dad used to say stuff like because he was a preacher's kid. And so we were talking about how, right now it's the election and everything. And he would, everybody's supposed to turn the other cheek. So you're not supposed to fight. You're supposed to turn the other cheek, right? And not confront anybody. However, my dad's philosophy was, yes, you can turn the other cheek and that is good, right? But there's no place in the Bible that says you can't beat hell out of them before you turn the other cheek. Now, you guys, don't tell people that I'm distorting the Bible. That was supposed to be funny. Ha ha. Okay, so nobody's going to go fight. Nobody's going to go do that. But my dad was funny and he liked to fight. So, but that's another story. Now, fast forward till I'm a 8th grader in high school. And my mom somehow ends up going on a world trip with our pastor. She goes on a round the world tour. She goes to Israel. She goes to India. She goes to all these places, right? Well, one of my dad's, I guess, brokers or salesmen, because he used to sell property, had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend and daughter moved here from Iowa. And their names were Cindy and Bev, okay? And so they couldn't stay at my dad's clubhouse for very long. So while my mother was gone, okay, they moved into our house. And I had a bedroom that had 2 beds. And so Cindy stayed with me, and then Beverly stayed in her own room. And there they are. And so, but everything's fine. I did not know until they stayed with me that you cleaned baseboards. I learned a lot from Beverly. She was clean. She was a good cook. I mean, she was real domestic, and my mom not so much. So I was like, wow, I didn't know you wiped baseboards down, and everything was clean and spotless, and there was food. It was a real treat for me. Now, let me give you a little background on Beverly. Beverly was this tall, buxom blonde. I mean, with the platinum hair all did. And I mean, she strutted kind of like this. And me and Cindy were just goofballs, and we didn't know any better. But I mean, and Beverly would wear my dresses. Okay, now I was in eighth grade, so her legs were a lot longer than mine, so her dresses would come up about mid thigh because she would wear my dresses. I was a little short, a little chubby, and but she was so tall, it just they looked great on her. So we go to church. Okay.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Oh, the
That
plot,
face says a
yeah,
lot.
the plot thickens. And so
Oh,
my dad, who has a wee bit of sense of humor, most people wouldn't show up with this buxom blonde on your arm at the First Baptist Church of Edinburgh, Texas. And Cindy and I were upstairs with all the kids, and so we didn't even think anything about it. But my dad would hook Beverly on his arm, and I mean, they would strut. I'm talking right down the middle aisle to the
all
third,
eyes.
the third pew back, and they would sit right down. And of course, it didn't occur to me what other people were thinking because I still have a problem about what other people were thinking. But let me tell you, the word got around that, my dad is bringing this, buxom blonde to church. Well, and daddy just, I know my dad, he just probably thought that was the funniest thing because nothing was happening. I mean, it was super innocent, but people like to stir the pot. And so my dad was always stirring the pot a little bit. So when my mom comes back, right? My mom comes back. Oh no. So all the ladies at church, did you know this, and this? And my mother wasn't really happy, but I never heard any of this until probably 8 years ago when I was at the Echo Hotel. And this woman who knew my mom and knew about all this said, "Oh, your mom was quite interesting, Jane." I said, "Yeah, I don't know if you remember when my dad would bring that woman." She goes, "Oh, the blonde that he would walk down the aisle with." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, yeah, that was the talk of the church." So, when you can be the talk of the church, as my mother would say, if they're talking about you, they're leaving somebody else alone. And if they're talking about you, that means you're popular, right? Because nobody talks about people that aren't popular. What would be the point? So, but my dad, I guess, had a little problem with Saturday night, Sunday night behavior, but there really was no Saturday night behavior. I think it was a big trip to Luby's, when back then. So now I just want you to know that my dad, speaking of topless, okay, we're going to go topless. We did take a trip to Europe, and this one woman wanted to go to all these clubs. So we finally went to this club in Rome. And so we're walking down into the club in Rome, and they were so excited. And I'm looking around, and on the wall, which no one noticed because there was a big deacon from the First Baptist Church of McAllen, Texas. There was a big deacon from the Calvary Baptist Church, and then my dad and my mom and me and my cousin and some others. And we were walking down, and on the wall was the band that was going to play. And guess what? It was a topless girls band.
Interesting.
It was great. And so,
Wait, how old were you when this happened?
I was 16, something like that. So we're walking down, and my dad looks at that, and he punches me, and he goes, "This is going to be good," because he knew that these other people had a corn cob up them so far that they couldn't even see themselves. Sure enough, all the mothers and stuff, and they were sitting down there, and all of a sudden the club was fabulous. It had confetti coming out it and the lights, and we were dancing, except just two of us were dancing. It was hilarious. And so sure enough, here comes the topless girls band. So guess what? The two other women besides my mom got up and took the little 7-year-old. "Oh, I can't believe this," and they run off. And of course the men stayed. But I thought that was great because my dad knew that was going to happen. He just sits there and laughs because you know what? it doesn't really matter because remember, it all has to do with love. And he loves stirring the pot. And so do I. So, you guys, if you haven't voted yet, it has, yeah, isn't it? Are we
It was
already?
yesterday. We know
Oh,
the
it was
president.
yesterday. Oh, we
Remember,
hope
we know who it
oh
is.
yeah, we know who it is. Woohoo! And
Talk
so
about that next time.
we'll talk about that next time. But please subscribe, like, and share. Have fun. Know that you're loved. And if you have any questions, please send them to me and I'll answer them the best I can. And if not, it is true. I do make stuff up. I do. But most of my stories are true because who needs to make stuff up when you have a life that you really wanted to be a stripper? Me and Gypsy Rose Lee, feathers and all. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.